everyone. If I look a little bit sweaty, it's because the UK's having another heat wave. And if you want to know how warm it is, one of my makeup brushes, the glue melted in it and it snapped in half. So I need to fix this. I know I haven't been very good at making videos lately because I've had an awful lot on and I'm not going to bore you by talking about it. But the biggest project I've probably ever worked on in my video editing career is almost signed off. So hopefully things will get back to normal quite soon. But I wanted to talk about something, and when I say talk about, I mean rant. Because when I have some free time at the moment, I'm basically brain dead from doing quite a lot of work. It's been a very big intensive project that I'm working on, but I've also got other clients that I'm working on things for at the same time. So lots going on in my brain. So when I have got free time, I am just a little bit sort of mind numbing activities only. So I've been spending a lot of time doom scrolling, not gonna lie, just sort of lying in my bed, looking at my phone and just switching off from reality. But there was something yesterday that made me really mad because whilst I was scrolling, I went past about 4 or 5 posts from local businesses about local events happening in and around Wadebridge, and every single one of those posters was AI generated. AKA rubbish! Here's just a few of the posters I saw. Notice in the ones that are supposed to depict Wadebridge, that's not even Wadebridge. The church is not in the centre of town. We don't have a bridge that looks quite like that. That's in the middle of nowhere. We have stuff either side of that bridge. It's just bad. And what makes me even angrier is that in the town along from us, Bodmin, there is a new art CIC where this woman is running this organisation all about art and creativity, and her logo and every single events poster she's ever done are all AI generated. I think if you're an artist and you're just like, I need to make some posters to advertise what I'm doing, and you just go, AI slop sounds good. What the actual I mean, obviously AI has many issues, and one of my biggest issues with it is the fact that it is the absolute death of creativity. It is destroying creative industries. I co-run a creative design studio, and yes, I know there are going to be people watching this who are like, oh, you're just salty because people are building their own websites. You're just annoyed because people are designing their own posters. Fine, you're taking work from us, good for you. But that's not the issue. The issue is that you cannot replicate something imaginative created by a human with this crap. Also, the crap that the machine is putting out is made from other artists' work. They are looking and feeding and scanning and being like, okay, this person did this person did this, let's pinch a bit of that, let's pinch a bit of that. How do you think AI is trained? It is trained on actual artists, actual graphic designers, actual musicians, actual writers who have done the job, and then AI comes along and is like, I wrote this. And it's naff, it's awful, it looks like poo. I was going to say a much worse swear word, and I remembered that I used to try not to swear on my channel at all, so let's try and go back to those days. Obviously, the other big thing about AI is it's such a massive waste of water. An AI data center needs so much water to cool all these machines that are stealing artists' work that they are going through water at like a crazy rate. I am sat here and we're in the middle of a heat wave in the UK, and I'm drinking so much water, and then I'm reading about these data centers and I'm like, we're gonna run out. There's so much being used just to fuel this utter drivel, and then you see these quotes from billionaires where it's like, well, the machines need the water, and you're like, no, humans need it more. I see these arguments as well where people are like, oh guys, I've written a book And they haven't. They've like typed an idea into an AI generator and they're like, it's really unfair of you to say that I'm not a writer because I'm clearly a writer. It was my idea. And I'm like, sure, it was your idea. You didn't write the book. You got AI to do it. You're not a writer. You're someone who had an idea and was too lazy to do anything about it. I've written a book. In fact, I've written several. I've had 3 traditionally published and I've done quite a few self-published. I know how much time and effort it takes to write a book. I am never going to think you are a writer or an author if you go, here's my book. I mean, it was done with AI, but I wrote it. You cheated. People who are genuinely creative, people who can write music, people who can write books, people who can paint pictures or design posters, they have a talent. And we should be going, well done, that's really good, congratulations, here's some money for you to actually do your job, instead of going, hey, we can get machines to do this.
No.
I'm not saying that AI doesn't have a place in the future. Obviously, there are some good uses for AI. I've seen people using AI in like the medical field to find certain forms of cancer or, come up with treatment options. And that's an impressive use of AI. And we all probably, even those of us like me who can't bear AI, we probably do all use it to a degree. I mean, I know that I have certainly been like, hey Siri, send a message to so-and-so, and that is me using AI. So yeah, there are good uses for AI, but when you're using it in a creative way, yes, sometimes there are great things. We've all seen music videos that have been AI generated that are parodies of something, and we've all gone, oh, that's really clever, I really like that. Fine. But I do think if you are trying to get ahead of other local businesses by promoting yourselves through posters or posts online, and the stuff you're creating looks identical to everyone else's because you've all just gone, make me a poster with a picture of a bridge, send. It's rubbish, it's mind-numbing, and we are going to lose skills. We're going to lose people who have actual talent because they're going to realise, I can't do this anymore. We want creative people to do creative things. If you think about the history of our world and the films out there and the music out there that has changed people's lives. I mean, when did I go to Liverpool? I need to do some maths in my head now. Probably at least like 4 months now, I have been saying I want a Beatles tattoo because I bloody adore the Beatles. I sort of have a design in mind. I can't afford to go and have it done yet, but like, I would absolutely not go on to ChatGPT. I don't have ChatGPT for a start, but any kind of AI and be like, design me a Beatles tattoo, because I don't want that. The purpose for me, as somebody who does have a few tattoos, like, the purpose for me of going into a tattoo studio and being like, I've got this idea, and talking to an actual artist is that they create something for you based on the things that you want, and they do it by hand because they're a person and they can listen to you and they have empathy, and you tell them the story behind the idea you've got, and they put little aspects in that only a human could do. This is what I'm talking about. AI will never replace human creativity, and it is about time we stopped pretending it can. If you are a small business and you can't afford to hire a graphic designer, if you are trying to make a website and you can't afford to hire a web designer, I get it. These are big costs that are involved, and I appreciate that we haven't all got the money to just splash on logo design or posters or whatever. Go to somewhere like canva.com and design it yourself. I would much rather see something that I'm like, oh, I don't know if you've done a great job of designing that, but at least you've done it yourself, than I would see row after row after row of posters that all look the damn same. And they do. You might think, oh my God, my AI generated poster for my business or event looks absolutely amazing and I'm so pleased with it. I'm here to tell you, it's crap. If I look closely, there's probably a person with 8 fingers on one hand or 3 arms, or, it just doesn't look like the thing it's supposed to look like, or it just looks like every other piece of AI slop ever created. Look, I said I was gonna rant. I've done a rant. I hate AI. There are probably, like I said, good uses for it. I have to suck it up, Buttercup, because it's not going anywhere. There's clearly going to be AI for the rest of my life. But we do not need to be building massive data centers in rural areas and destroying wildlife habitats just so more people can create crap posters that look like every other poster that's ever been AI generated ever. We also need water for people and animals. It's not something that we can actually live without, so maybe let's not put it all into the machines. Where do you stand on AI? Because I am a creative individual and I think AI harms creativity. I think it's making us all incredibly lazy and killing creative industries. And if you're cool with that, you do you. I'm gonna go because it's really, really hot, and I'm just gonna put my fan on and try to calm myself down. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. My floaty head will appear up here if you would like to subscribe, and last week's, well, it's not last week, I've been a bit hit and miss with videos lately, but the last video I did is over there. I will try to talk to you very soon. It may be next week, it may not be. I promise it won't be that long. Take care, everyone. Bye.